Welcome to Maths Weekly. Today we'll be looking at roots of quadratic equations. What we'll be looking at is covered in Further Pure Maths 1 A-Level. Let's look at this question. The quadratic equation 4x squared plus 3x plus 1 equals 0 has roots alpha and beta. A. Write down the value of alpha plus beta and the value of alpha beta. To get alpha plus beta and alpha beta, simply use this equation, where a is a coefficient of x squared, b is a coefficient of x, and c is a constant in the quadratic equation. Our value for a is 4, for b is 3, and c is 1. Now that we know how to find alpha plus beta and alpha beta, we may wonder why using this method works. Using this worked, we find the simple formulae for the sum and product of the two roots by expanding out. If alpha and beta are the roots of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, then when we divide each term by a, we get this. Remember that this is true because the two roots are alpha and beta, and this part is simply an expanded form of this. If you compare the first and last expressions, we see that alpha plus beta equals negative b over a, and alpha beta is the same as c over a. From these formulae, we can also find the value of the sum of the squares of the roots of a quadratic without actually solving the whole quadratic, as you'll see in the next part of the question. Here we're to find alpha squared plus beta squared. We have to keep in mind that we have values for alpha plus beta and alpha beta from part A, and we'll be looking to use these. The first step is to think about what result we would get if we did alpha plus beta all squared, and we get this. And we can see that we have alpha squared plus beta squared, but also have an additional 2 alpha beta. But we can fix this problem quite simply. We can write that alpha squared plus beta squared is alpha plus beta all squared minus 2 alpha beta. This puts us in a good position to use our results from part A. Simply plug in our values for alpha plus beta and alpha beta, and there you have it, 1 over 16 as alpha squared plus beta squared. Here we're to find a quadratic equation which has the roots 4 alpha minus beta and 4 beta minus alpha, and we're to give our answer in the form px squared plus qx plus r equals 0, where p, q, and r are integers to be determined. The first thing to note is that for a quadratic equation, it's always in this form: x squared minus the sum of the roots x plus the product of the roots equals 0. To find the sum of the roots, we simply do 4 alpha minus beta plus 4 beta minus alpha, and then sub in our value for alpha plus beta from part A. For the product, you do something similar by simply multiplying out and subbing in the values that we have from part A and part B. We get to this second last line, but then we need to remember that we've been told that p, q, and r are integers. So we multiply everything out by 4, and we get our final answer as 4x squared plus 9x plus 16 equals 0. I hope that you found this video helpful. Come back next week for another one.